Right. Um. Welcome to this video, and I want to tell you that you're on the right track. No matter what you're doing. I remember when I was still 15, and I read a book, "Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life" by Brian Tracy. I was really frustrated about the lifestyle I was living. I really hated the place where I was, and I had no rich parents, had no rich friend around me, so I really hated the life kind of style I was living. So I really had that urge of changing my lifestyle, of changing the perspective, of changing the narrative. Do you know what? That book really changed the perspective of the way how I look at things. I know I stopped the blame game, blaming the government, blaming the society. If to give you a simple hint on my story, like I was born in a certain place, and that's Africa, probably in particular Uganda. So one day the government declared to the place where we lived that we should be to be displaced. It displaced its citizen to replace the foreigners. You see, I don't know how politically it benefited, but we woke up in the morning, we saw soldiers on our doors telling us that it shouldn't be here. I said, where should we go? That pack your things, find where to go. This land is reserved for the foreigners, and those were people from Democratic Republic of Congo, the neighboring country. They were enormously attacked by rebels and wars constantly happening. Now I asked myself, how can a normal human being displace a native and replace a foreigner? Maybe it was politically planned, but it was like that. So I went homeless with my family almost 10 years, and we barely had nothing to eat because we are not allowed to sell or buy any of our items. The cattle, the land, the plots everything was taken away from our family. So we went homeless. We went on street, like we barely had nothing. So, but I really looked at that life, that me, the person whom have been experiencing nice peace, like, why is this government? I started blaming the government, blaming the politician, just because what had happened to my life. But I asked myself, what about those people who were displaced from their homeland to the foreign land? They might have lost their relatives, parents, and friends. We still have life, we have our family, and we are still within the same country. We can mobilize and gather resources and still build up. So I changed the narrative, not blaming the country, not blaming the state, neither the politician, and look into how I can manipulate and build up something for my life. That's when I concentrated on learning, reading. I started, making new influences. I making connections. I started following people on social media. So I listened to podcasts. I started reading books, self-improvement books. I moved city to city to get that exposure. I changed the narrative of my story. The one who went homeless, please, went homeless. We slept an empty stomach because we had nothing. Literally, we were displaced from the place where we called home. Homeless. But I didn't die. I didn't just go on street lamenting that this government is bad, so forth. No, I picked up, worked on myself. I scheduled everything. I concentrated on learning. I pushed on education, and I really figured out what life is to me, and I defined the meaning. I define the meaning of life. So my point is, you should stop making excuses, because life won't be fair to you. Neither it will be at one point unfair to you. It's the way how you interpret things, the way how you take the narrative, the way how you interact with your ideas, the way how you use your mind to think, because mind is the greatest weapon you can use to change the world. Every innovation you see, any design, the beauty you see around the world, it was all generated through the mind. It's the thought you have and work upon that really changes everything. So if you sleep and start lamenting, complaining about everything, about the government, the government will not want to be better, because you're not that person who's that seat. Maybe if you have hopes of becoming the president, but even if you be the president of that nation, you won't change everything to your way. There is a cabinet, there's a parliament, a summit that makes laws. So not everything will go as you see, as you want them or wish them to be. Some things have to harden, and when it gets hardening, you have to harden them more. When you see, that's life. So when things get tough, what do? Do you quit? Do you resign? Do you give up? You also be tough. Yes, that's the real fact of life. You see, we have to wake up and do something about our lives. We have to build something. We have to be of more value. We have to be so productive. Not stop lamenting about what we have not accomplished and the obstacle we've passed through, and start making the possible ways how we can get through this. It's really possible, 100% possible. Many people have achieved lots of success, not just because they were born lucky, not just because they have that quality education. Yeah, I believe and agree that some people are more privileged than the other, but that won't stop you from moving ahead. You too have more advantage than someone else. You may be speaking good English or nicer English than me. You could be look better in the camera than me. Maybe you attended nice colleges than I did. You could be working at a better job. Maybe I don't like jobs, and I don't wish that I'll seek any, but I'm a so hard-working guy. But life really hits you. When it hits you a blow in the face, you don't run away. You have to be brave and react. When you react to the life and say, oh, it has punched me in the face, how can I react back? How can I think and maneuver the situation I'm passing through? Then that's being a real man. You're conquering something, you're overcoming, you're overpowering something, I get devastated when I look at these guys, who want to achieve immediate success, who think life is really cool, they don't want to hustle, they don't want to trigger their mind, God. Henry Ford once said that thinking is the greatest thing there is. That's why few people engage in it. Working your mind is the greatest thing that you'll ever done, because it will change the entire lifestyle, the way how you think, the way how you look at things. Change your thinking, change your lifestyle. I repeat, once you change the way how you look at things, the things you look at will change.